We're going to finish up 1C notes. We're going to start off with some word problems, and then we will do some order of operation questions. Our first thing here is we're trying to make quilts that are 3 1/2 yards, that need 3 1/2 yards of fabric, and we have a total of 22 yards. So we're going to split 22 yards. We're going to split it into sizes of 3 1/2. And notice, just because the order 3 1/2 comes first and 22 doesn't mean I do this divided by that. This is the total, and I'm dividing by what I'm splitting it into. So I got to make this a fraction, 22 over 1. And then I got to do 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And so now, since I'm dividing fractions now, and this is not a mixed number, now I can flip it. And unfortunately, nothing reduces, so I just go across 44 over 7. And then I have to do my long division to change it into a mixed number. And then I get 2 left over, so it's really 6 2/7. Now, sometimes I want this answer, but really 2/7 of a quilt is not very helpful. And this says round to the nearest whole number, so this really would be 6 whole quilts I could make. Just make sure you follow the directions on this to round and not to round. This is a very similar question. Burger restaurant basically went to a store like Costco and bought a giant thing of ground beef, 12 1/5 pounds. And then they split it into 1/3 pound burgers so they could grill them. So we're taking 12 1/5 and splitting it into 1/3 size. So again, we're dividing mixed numbers, so I got to change this to improper first. 5 times 12 is 60. 61, that's 61 over 5. And now this is just a regular fraction, so I can flip it right away. Now in this one, 61 over 5 times 3 1, nothing reduces, unfortunately. So I just got to multiply across. 61 times 3 is 183. 5 times 1 is 5. And so now from here, I got to change it to a mixed number. So again, we're just using our multiplication chart here to work our way through here. 5 goes in 18 3 times. Bring down the 3, 6. So I get 36 and 3/5. This one doesn't round at all, so that would just be my answer. This next one, it's asking for the area of a garden, and it gives the dimensions. Now we should remember a rectangle, its area is length times width. So let's do 5 1/4 times 6 1/3. Multiply mixed numbers, we always have to change them to improper first. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 21 over 4. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19, so it's 19 over 3. Now 4 and 19 don't reduce, but 3 and 21 do. I can divide each one of these by 3. So let's make these smaller. Always reduce if possible. Now 7 times 19 is on the multiplication chart that we have. So it's 133 over 4. And as always, they're going to mixed number. So let's do 4 into 133. 4 times 3 is 12. I subtract 12. I get 33 1/4. Now this section, I think they may ask you for the label or not. But since it's feet times feet, that would be feet squared. Anytime you're doing area, it's squared. All right, order of operations. We all should remember this is PEMDAS. First step is parentheses. Second is exponents. Third is all multiplication divisions, left to right. And the fourth step is all addition subtractions, left to right. So we're having a mixed number added to two numbers being divided. So step here, no parentheses, no exponents, so I got to do multiplication left to right. There's only division, so I got to do this first, 7/8 instead of division, times 32 over 21. Now this is a really nice one because I can divide each of those by 7, divide each of those by 8. Then I get 1 over 1 times 4 over 3, which is just 4/3. Now I could change this into a mixed number, but I'm going to have to add 4 9/10 to it. So I'm just going to write 4 9/10 plus 4/3. Now, the common denominator here is 30. Oh, and please note, when I'm doing adding and subtracting here, once I'm adding, I don't change the 4 9/10 to do 10 times 4 plus 9. I just leave it as a mixed number. That just makes things, I think, a little bit nicer. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 3 here. I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 10 here. 9 times 3 is 27. 4 times 10 is 40. So I get 4 and 67/30. Now this is definitely an improper fraction here. So I got to do 30 into 67. I'll do it over here. Now 30 goes into 67 only twice. And so I have 7. So it's really, this is 2 and 7/30. So if I add the 4 plus the 2, my final answer is 6 and 7/30. This next one here, again, order of operations. Parentheses, well, there are no parentheses, there are no exponents. Here we have to do multiplication and division, but we have to go left to right. So even though division comes before multiplication, they're on the same level, so I have to do the division first. So in this question, division, I have to flip this to 9 over 2 first. And so now it's really all multiplication. Now the first thing I notice is this 9 and 18 reduces, so I'm going to divide each by 9. So I have 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 5 over 3. Now, there's nothing left here to reduce. 1 times 1 is 1 times 5, so it's 5. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12. And I get 5/12. Now, the number on top is smaller, so I don't have to change this to mixed number because it's not an improper fraction. That would be the end. And so we have just a couple more questions here. These next two get a little long, but they're not too bad. Here, we have parentheses, so I have to do my parentheses first. So now this is, I want to do 1/3. Where's my pen popping up there? My pen won't go away. Sorry about that. My pen stopped working for a moment there. It has stopped working. I'm going to stop right now, and then I'm going to make this a 3-part series because I've got that one whole page done. Sorry for the confusion. This is 1C part 2, and then I will finish up in part 3. But this is a shorter one.